Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Oh, yeah, Miss got a bit. Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? I'm going to go on mute just one moment. Thank you for being patient and holding. Hey, Candy Cane. Hey, Jenny Loves. Jenny? I named this live. Ooh, child. Treecey dropped the link, and then not one coward asshole hit the link. Okay, now they talks about her like a dog. She dropped the link for anybody that had a problem with her to hit her link so that they could hash it out. If they wanted to cuss it out, they could have cussed it out. Or if they wanted to be nice, they could have been nice. But not one nary whore, coward ass hoe, hit the link. What the coward ass hoes like to do is get on other people's panels, and it'd be about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 up there, and they just take turns dragging. Now ain't that a coward for you? It was one of those cowards that dropped in the chat. I can't remember the whole name. It was Classy something, chat. And told and said for her to drop the link. Well, I immediately put a note, added Treecey and say, Treecey, one of them hoes want to hit the link. Drop the link. She dropped the link. I hit the link because I wanted to be up there when whoever that was came up there. Child, they never did come. Weak ass hoes. Coward ass hoes. Scary ass hoes. Okay. And so I'm going to tell you this here piece of gossip that came out late this evening. I think it was yesterday that Treecey put a picture up of her fella, one of her fellas, and she put his picture up, to show everybody, which we had already seen him before because we seen a picture. She put a picture of him up before, and child, he didn't have no shirt on, and he was eye candy. But on the one that she showed yesterday, he had clothes on. He had a shirt on, which I prefer to see him without the shirt on. But that's neither here nor there. Well, Lipstick Alley had got a whole, I don't know whatever they did, but they found some shit, like his, I don't know if it's an old Facebook or whatever it is, they found some shit. And Dimples put on her community wall, Treecey, you need to spray yourself with your own, you know what? And Treecey was saying, what? So when Treecey went live this evening, she said, yo, them bitches don't know who he is. And even if they do find out about it, he ain't got no bad background. She said his credit good and his loving good. What more could a girl want? Just cause they old ass can't get no man in their 40s like she got. Is that why they mad? Why they so mad? Is they mad because they can't wear swimming suit? They can't show their bodies off. And they always talking about how bad her body is. But ain't now one of them hoes came over here in no swimming suit. And Treecey, keep doing you. When you get settled in your new apartment, get out there and have fun in that swimming pool and make lives. Okay? And keep doing you. Enjoy your 50s like you are doing. Like these other old regular ass whores can't do. Because they ugly, out of shape, shame of themselves. And Treecey ain't shame of herself. She happy with what the Lord gave her. Bitches. That's all I got to say about that child. Hey, I'm that messy. Hey, Vibrant. Child. There's some hating hoes on here. Hating assholes in this house. If I come, they can't say, girl, you look good to be 50 some years old. You ain't got no cellulite on your legs. You know? You ain't flab, ain't falling all out. Your clothes look nice on you. Is that hard to say to somebody? And even if she was big as a goddamn house. So, who's perfect on here? Huh? And Herschel child, now I'm just telling you what she said, Herschel. She said, you ain't got nan leg to stand on saying nothing about her. She said, because you living in a mold-infested house. And she said, you ain't got a leg to talk about nobody on Herschel. I'm just telling you what she said to Herschel. And which it was the truth, because we seen your house of horrors. God damn. You want to talk about something, that's what you need to be talking about. How to get rid of that mold. You got to burn that house down, girl. That shit ain't coming out of there. You need to be condemned. Damn. Now let me pull my notes up. Now, I told you guys yesterday about the guy in South Carolina that was scheduled to be executed today at 6 o'clock by the firing squad. Well, they did it. He's no longer here. And I learned out more about the firing squad. They have like 3 men or women or whatever, 3 officials. And I don't know if one have live rounds in their gun or all 3. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is they did do a firing squad on him, and it was 3 people with guns pointed at him. So one of them hit him. So I don't know about the rest of them, okay? And that's all I got on that. But I just wanted to give a closure to that because I found out about it yesterday. And they said they did it. It was around 6:05. Okay, now um yesterday before I came on, I seen that it was a ruckus regarding big rigs. But I didn't know what was going on, and I did not have time to watch the lives because I went over to Room Shakers and found out some about it. Well, no, about what was going on before my live. I went and found out some information after my live. And we're going to discuss that right now. Well, from what I'm understanding is that, Big Rig, he have lives, but he don't have no whole bunch of ruckus on his lives. He like to talk about good topics and things like that. Well, for some reason, Shakim gave him a redirect. He did a redirect to Big Rig's channel. That Big Rig didn't ask for it. Shakim did it because he wanted to. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But when the crowd came over, it was a lot of commotion in the chat, and there was a lot of commotion on the panel. The stuff that don't normally be going over there. A bunch of timing out and people telling on folks and trying to tell him he don't need to be cool with Lemon, and that Lemon trying to time his people out and blase this and blase that. But this is not the first time people have tried to get Big Rigs and Lemon into it. It pops up every couple of months. One time they were saying that Lemon was going live on top of Big Rigs. They was telling Big Rigs that, and they were telling Lemon that Big Rig was going live on top of him. Well, the two men talked that out. They ain't got no problem. If they say it ain't no problem with them going live. So they squashed that shit down. But now they got it to where just all hell broke loose over there yesterday. And allegedly somebody said that Lemon was up in the clouds blocking, timing people out. But when when everything was discussed yesterday, did nobody actually see Lemon timing nobody out? Okay? People were saying that stuff that he didn't even have a mod stick. But that's how lives get put out. That's how lies get put out. They want a turmoil. Okay? But, so with Room Shaker, when she went live, she had put in, people had came over there, different people that was in Lemon's live, in Big Rig's live. They came over there and a lot of people was getting into it and all kind of stuff. I didn't get to see the live because Room Shaker put it on members only. And when I got to her live, when I went off my live, that's where I went to Room Shakers, trying to figure out what the hell was going on with, at Big Riggs, because you don't hear about his name in anything. But see, I thought it was because a bunch of different women liked him, because you know how it be like that sometimes. If they get a main woman, then all the other women try to come in and cause confusion. Just like they were doing when Crystal and Lemon called themselves going together. All kind of bitches was over there jumping on Crystal. It is what it is. Okay? Well, so that did not get figured out. Okay? It was just a losing battle. And Room Shaker got tired and she stopped her live. Because her live was like 3 or 4 hours. It didn't get anything accomplished. So she was just saying, forget this shit. This is old. Ain't nothing getting solved. I'm out. Okay. Well, child, let me tell you this here. This morning, I went over to YouTube cameras. I started not to go because, on my live yesterday, I said that YouTube cameras, the last couple of lives she been doing, they was like downers, And I was saying if she didn't do better today, that I was going to cuss her ass out. Well, honey, she did better today, honey. Her live was lit. Okay, and what the issue was with her live when I got in it this morning, they said something about Jay Dunn getting struck. And then they were saying, I'm looking in the chat and trying to listen to what they saying on the panel and this and that. Well, what I was reading in the chat, they were saying that Shakim had struck her. Well, Jay Dunn hit the link. Our Room Shaker was up there and Jay Dunn hit the link and she was explaining what happened. and why she felt like Shakim struck her. Okay? And she said that the reason that he struck her is because Ness gave her permission to play her live. Because she, he got Shakim was running his mouth over at Ness too much yesterday on the live, and he let it be known that him and Lemon had not had sex. And you remember, he said they had sex a couple of weeks ago when they was in Vegas. Well, the way he was talking on that panel at Ness's proved that they didn't have sex. Because he was saying something like he could have had him if he wanted him. Well, hell, you said you had him. See, Shakim, you tell lies. And so then while this stuff was going on the panel, um, Shakim wound up hitting the link while when J Dunn was still up there. And he was saying, well, I didn't strike her, but I got a strike team and they struck her, and I do this, and I got an attorney, and my attorney be working. He be striking people. Bitch, you know that's totally illegal. When you get somebody for a copyright, it's for your work, dude. And Jadon do her own graphics. Jadon don't need no help from nobody on YouTube with help on YouTube. She know the ins and outs. The girl that been to college for this kind of shit. Okay. Well, he struck her on for her thumbnail. He said that was his work, like his art, which is not. And it's the same thumbnail she been using a while. So he ain't got a leg to stand on. Okay. And so, I was putting in the chat, Jadon, since you have the name, and he's saying that that's an attorney, look that name up and see if it's actually an attorney. See, when you do wrong, or when you tell lies, you got to do other lies to cover up your lie. And honey, Shaquille, Jadon don't let nothing go. You messed with the wrong, honey, you done barked up the wrong tree. Jadon been bored. She ain't had nobody to make miserable in a while. Nigga, she finna make your life a living hell. Okay? This kind of shit, Jadon like. This right up her alley. And so what Jadon did was found the person that name is in, that's been on these strikes that he been doing, like on Lemon and the one on Jadon. I heard Trish got a strike. I don't know if he did it, but he's striking the hell out of people that were in the beef sector. And they are false flags. Okay? Well, I'm going to skip over to what happened on Theo Pound. I was late getting there. Well, I didn't get there till a few minutes ago. And this happened early up in the day. But when I went on Room Shaker had went last. So I went over there to chill. And she was telling about what happened at Theo's. Well, Lemon wound up over at Theo's. Shakim wound up over there. J Dunn wound up over there. And J Dunn let it be known, Shakim, I know you got an email from YouTube and they telling you the next step that you got to do since you copyrighted struck me is you got 10 days to get over there at that damn courthouse and do your, because I done counter struck you. Now you got to get over there because we finna go to the legal step. So J Dunn is not a dummy. Shit, Shaquille, you ain't even wet behind the ears, baby boy. She got you by your balls, baby. She got you by your nuts. Do you hear me? J Dunn is gonna take this shit all the way. So Shakim, since you pressed the gas with these strikes on my beef sector brothers and sisters, keep that foot on the gas. Okay? Because J Dunn finna burn rubber all over your raggedy ass. Do you hear me? Now, Lemon, I don't know why you keep fucking with Shaquille. You do what the fuck you want to do. But he done already pressed the gas on you. He gave you 2 strikes on your main channel and 1 strike on your bag up channel, all in less than a week. And you had your black ass over there at Theo's looking like a fool, sounding like a fool, and every motherfucking thing else. Somebody put in the chat for him to, for if the only way that Shaquille need to drop the goddamn strikes he got on Lemon is to give him $4,000. You hear me? And Shaquille gonna act like that wasn't him in the chat, but see, he be doing that kind of shit. He be typing to himself in the chat and saying, "No, I ain't gonna read that." You see what they saying? I didn't say nothing like that. And then when people on the chat was saying he was extorting Lemon, trying to get $4,000 from Lemon, he was saying that would be a love offering if Lemon gave him that $4,000. But see, I can't say whether Lemon will give him $4,000, and I can't say whether he will not give him $4,000 because he gave him $100 a month ago. So with on him, Lemon, I can't say what Lemon will do. You know, and I'm just being for goddamn for real as I can be about it. Because with me, if that nigga struck me like that 3 motherfucking times, I would keep my foot on the gas and I would not let up. When neither one of us have no goddamn channel. Because I'd be a striking bitch. Do you hear me? If you can false flag me, I can flop flag your ass. Same thing, make you laugh, make you cry. And he's up there, oh, well, I'm thinking about just dropping everything and this and that. And Lemon, somebody sent Lemon clips of Shaquille on his live bragging about false flagging Lemon. I would have sent that shit to YouTube. As soon as a motherfucker sent that to me, I would have immediately sent that over to YouTube and demanded action. You, he got Lemon where Lemon's, I guess he's scared to go live. Or either he can't go live. I don't know what the fuck the problem is. But you think about how much money, revenue that Lemon done lost with this escapade that's going on. I'd be damned if I would lose my money over a funky hoe like Shaquille. You kill my dog, you can guarantee I'm gonna kill your cat. And I don't give a damn who you is. Okay? If you kill my dog, I'm gonna kill your cat. Now I'm getting ready to talk about. I had to swag way over to Theo. Now I'm getting ready to swag way my ass back over here to YouTube cameras and talk about what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so there was a lot of shit going on in YouTube chat, and I'm having my goddamn fun. Cause I don't like skin, so I'm down there. I'm pointing my punches, but I ain't putting no name on it. Oh, sometime I did though. When I was saying his pussy stank and stuff like that, and he don't take baths, and he a funky hoe, and he a prostitute that walked the street selling his boy Uzi, and I was putting stuff like that in the chat. But I was also putting in there, Big Riggs didn't ask you for no redirect, because he acting like, oh, I was doing him a favor. I was trying to send traffic his way, bitch. He didn't ask you to send no traffic his way. And the traffic you did send his way caused nothing but confusion in the chat and on the panel. And then y'all turn around and P-bombed it. See what I'm saying? So what good was a goddamn redirect when you got people up here in an uproar and all acting crazy in your chat and acting crazy on your motherfucking panel? And then you get P-bombed. What good was that for a redirect? He didn't need that. He didn't ask for that kind of help. That ain't no help. Was that doing him a favor? Was that doing that man a favor by him doing a redirect and then sending all these crazy bitches over there? I don't get it. And then while he was talking on YouTube cameras, cause Moonshake was up there and she was saying, Big Red don't have no rough house like that. His lives usually be cool and stuff. In the time or two I've been to his lives, they've been just laid back. Now I don't know if they get rowdy because I don't be over there. So for some reason I don't get notifications from Big Red. I have to be looking through the YouTube and just see he live. And that's how I get to go to his lives. But see, I hadn't been over to Big Rigs, I know, in a month. Well, when Room Shaker said that, and she said something about him being, I can't believe they P-bombed him. And they P-bombed him too? She said, that ain't never happened. Well, Shakim gonna jump up there and say, yeah, he done been P-bombed before. Yeah, your bitch, your ass is the one that's doing it. You rotten ass, low down hoe. See, you got to watch what be going on in these channels. The behavior, like what kind of behavior come to a channel that they haven't been having these kind of issues and all of that. But then when these crowds comes to your channel, then you start getting flagged, P-bombed, people getting up there using all kind of language that can get you struck, like hate, hate or um racial stuff, um sexual, real sexual stuff, all of that. When you start paying a close attention and you've been on YouTube a long time, and you could feel a shift in the lives. Like when you've been going over here all the time, and these lives been acting like this here, and when this crowd is here, everything chill. But when these motherfuckers come up in here, it's always a problem. But see, if you don't know what to look for, you just don't know what to look for. And that's just on any of these channels y'all go to. If you have favorite channels, and you know how they act in here, you know how the crowd, the chat, you know how the people on the panel act. But then certain people come into the chat, all kind of hell break loose. Or either when they get on the panel, all kind of hell break loose. Stuff that don't normally go on this channel. All of a sudden, all this shit going on. Honey, it play itself out right before your eyes. But if you don't know what you're looking for, or don't know what you're looking at or listening to, that should go right over your head. And see, somebody is jealous of Big Rigs, and I'm not gonna say it's Shaquille. I'm not gonna put that on him. Even though I can't stand the bastard, and I would love to, I ain't gonna do that to that man. Because there was a lot of different people over there on Big Rigs last night. It was several people that don't never be over there, you know. And so, like I said, it was like they say it was a madhouse. And when that happens, when either you start seeing a group of people coming, like a flood of people coming in, and you notice all these motherfuckers be over here. These people don't even come over here, but now why all these people up here? Because there's some bullshit gonna go on. They done got into touch with each other through texts, emails, Discords, um, WhatsApp, Zoom. We finna go over here to what's such and such out, and it be a crowd of them that'll come. You'll see it. The numbers just shoot up, and when they leave, the numbers fall down. Okay, but if you don't know what to look for, you'll miss it. And some shit like that went on over there at Big Rigs. Big Rig's got traction on his channel. He's a new content creator. And from what I hear, he's not doing bad. And when I've been over there, he have people in his chat. He have people on the panel participating. And he have good topics. He be talking about relationships and all kind of shit. Just shit that you normally don't hear these men talking about on these panels. And then he have a good mixture of males and females over there. It's not just a bunch of men or just a bunch of women. It's a mixture. And it's a mixture of people from other, other sectors. And then, like I say, Big Rig is a laid back dude. He don't be out here dragging and all that. He don't do that. But if he don't get that shit straightened out over there, he gonna have a damn nightmare on his hands. And I would hate for that to, for him to start messing with his channel, like false flagging them and stuff, because it looks like I'm thinking that's the next move. It's gonna be some false flag, or it's gonna be some people up there using bad, real offensive language that can get your channel struck. And see, what people have to do to have, the panels that it kind of get out of control is they want to just learn to drop people. Ain't no sense in keep trying to talk to them, and they are doing stuff against the YouTube guidelines. To protect your ass, it's best to drop them. And then if you get mad, we can discuss it later. But right now, you gotta go. And that way you'll protect your channel. It's better to protect your channel than let a person stay up there and destroy your channel. Because there's some offenses that can be done on these panels. They can snatch your goddamn page. The live will just stop in the middle. And they say that's what happened on Lemon when he got struck on his bag up page. And his live just stopped like that. And I've been on, in lives where the channel is gone. Just like that. It ain't no appealing. It's gone. So, like I said, Big Rig and Lemon are new content creators because Big Rig is newer than Lemon. And he got to learn, And just like Lemon learning right now, this is, Lemon getting spanked around, but Lemon got to stand up and be a man and fight these bitches back. That's what he got to do. He can't just let nobody run over him. And that's what I was saying about the ladies that are saying, Shaquille, leave Lemon alone in this. No. Let them be a man. Shaquille want to get out here and strike and fight like that. Lemon gonna have to fight him back. Just like J Don gonna run his ass through there. Because she ain't had nobody to play with in a long time. And she knows she's not in the wrong. She finna make his life a living hell. Do you hear me? He just don't know. I'm so glad he messed with J Don. I'm so glad. J Don, have a ball. Okay. J Don, even if he take that straight back, stay on his neck. Keep that foot all the way in the floor on your gas pedal. Okay? And don't let up for a long time, J Don. Show him how to beef sector work. Because evidently Lemon don't know. And Trish, as long as you've been a content creator, you know what to do. Put your foot on that nigga neck. If he struck your page, Trish, even though I don't like you, I'm just telling you what to do. Show him how to beef sector work. Okay? And it is what it is. Forget that I don't strike shit. You getting struck. Get that shit, Dr. Soap. You hear me, Dr. Sophie? Simply Silver, you hear me? Look, Kendra. And look, Kendra, I ain't even got to when me and Shaquem got into it. I'm getting ready to roll into that right now. Okay, now y'all know I said I was putting shit out in the chat, but I wasn't on the goddamn person putting shit in that goddamn chat. The YouTube cameras against Shaquem. Okay? So I was putting in there about Big Rig didn't ask for your redirect. He didn't ask you for shit. So don't act like you're doing him a favor because he didn't ask you for no goddamn favor. He didn't ask you for shit. And so I guess I typed this shit in there one time too many. Oh, he called me all kind of old raggedy ass old hoes and you need some dick, you raggedy ass hoe, and you a wore out bitch. And I was all that kind of bullshit. And you know what I did? I hit that goddamn link and I had a goddamn time. Do you hear me? And people was up there, look here, don't you come up there no more. Telling him don't be talking to me like that and to be respectful. If you come up there, LaKendra, you do the same motherfucking thing I'm doing. Is swing on that bitch to his nose bleed. Okay? Let's see. Let's be some disrespectful motherfuckers. Okay? Cause see what I was telling him about how he was crying when he said his daddy was taking his booty when he was a little boy. And his daddy was taking his mouth. And he got on YouTube and was crying about it. And I was telling my daddy didn't never do that to me. And my mama never did that to me. Okay? That's what I was telling you. You hear me? Because, hey, I might be an old hoe, an old dried up bitch, but I ain't never walked no street at no 4 o'clock in the morning selling no pussy or asshole for $50, bitch. But your ass did it on live, bitch. And that might have been the biggest hoe in the goddamn state I'm in. But it ain't no proof hoe. But see, I ain't no $50 hoe. But LaKendra, you got that bitch good. When you told him about his HIV. And then he was saying you was lying, and I was saying, oh, they goddamn HIV. I was talking like that. And little Kendra said, yeah, I got the goddamn proof. You see what I'm saying? Kendra said, I got a goddamn proof. I'm going to go get it. And then, because he was saying it was a lie. And while I let Kendra go, and then he said it was the truth. Do you hear me? And I was saying, nigga, you said she was telling a goddamn lie. Nigga, now you saying she was telling the motherfucking truth. A lie don't care who tell it. And with Kendra went and got that bullshit and bought it back, child. And she spread it out like she was dealing cards out on a card table, a good old spade game. She was sending that shit out to whoever wanted it. And Room Shaker was too. And I told him, I don't need that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because he already admitted it. He got that shit. And like I told him, I have safe sex. I ain't got no HIV. And his whorish ass, child, he ain't not using precaution. He just throwing that ass up in the air and shaking it like he just don't care. He's shaking it and got it. He busting it wide open. Booty out. Filthy, filthy dog. And you know what else I told that girl? I told her that her mama didn't teach her how to take care of herself downstairs. Because you know what, when you a lady, you can't go no 3 and 4 days without having a funky ass. And that's even if you ain't having sex. You got to wash that hole up. But he had his little raggedy dirt dauber ass all the way in Vegas. And didn't hit no water the whole motherfucking time he was there. And you know that little ass was stinking. They stink just like a big old ass. A stinking funky ass is just a stinking funky ass. Okay. But I told him his mama didn't teach him how to take care. No, her mama didn't teach her how to take care of her pussy. And I told him his mama nasty. He nasty. His daddy nasty. Your grandma and your great-great-grandma, don't none of you bitches like to take baths. Because if you did, half-race heathen. Wouldn't nobody have to tell you to wash your hands, your ass. You wouldn't walk around with black fingernails. Well, see, that's that booty duty. All of my these nails. Nasty. Just nasty. Okay. And then some woman got up there and started talking about she didn't care about them health reads that we were doing on that HIV. And I told her, I don't give a fuck what you don't like. And she was talking about HIPAA and stuff. I was saying, ain't no goddamn clinic, ain't nobody working in no hospital or no doctor's office up in this motherfucker. HIPAA my goddamn ass. Why y'all don't come up here when people talking about folks that got cancer? Talking about no HIPAA. Why y'all don't come up here when people talk about people got high blood pressure? Up in here. Why y'all don't be getting up here talking about people that got, when they talk about people with diabetes and all that kind of shit. And like I said, they talk about Sunday not having no goddamn legs. What are people at? What are people at when they be talking about that girl? But you gonna talk about some HIPAA because he got HIV? He the one said he had it. That's how I got out, bitch. And I called the lady a bitch, and I call her another bitch. Because she needs to stay on her. You didn't need to come up here on this panel. Not the way we up here cussing and clowning. Talking about no motherfucking HIPAA. And that go for any other motherfucker out there. Like I said, if you don't talk about nobody when they talk about Sonny, ain't got no legs. If you ain't talking about motherfuckers that talking about dead folks, if you ain't talking about nobody that talk about these goddamn kids around here, if you ain't talking about people that talk about people that got cancer, don't you get your ass up here talking about no motherfucking HIV. Because if you do, if it offend you, you need to leave. Because your ass will get cussed out just like that bitch did. Because ain't damn bitch come up there and said nothing about when they be talking about Jane Caldwell cancer, wishing it come back on him and all that stuff. People don't say that's wrong. So what the fuck the big deal is about a goddamn HIV? What's the big deal about a goddamn AIDS? That could be prevented. Safe sex, that's why they call it that. That could be prevented. Don't do prostitution. It's a whole lot of ways not to get that shit. And most people that get it is from sex, unprotected. Okay. I don't give a damn what nobody say. And I don't want to be with nobody that's got it. I said that over there at YouTube camera. I don't care about what they say about that medicine that you can't get if you take. I don't trust that shit. And I'm not going along with it. And it's my goddamn right. I ain't got to mess with nobody that got that shit. And that's just the way I am. I choose not to go with nobody with that. And that shit ain't nothing new. It's been out here forever and ever. You have to protect yourself against it if you're active. Okay, I'm through with that. But and LaKendra, like I said, don't come up there trying to talk no sense into nobody. They want to call me old bitches and all that kind of shit. Fuck that. Get up there. And if you want to do something, you get your ass up there and swing with me. Because you wind up swinging with me any goddamn way. Okay, LaKendra? Don't be trying to talk no sense into nobody. They disrespectful. When they disrespect me, LaKendra, talking about between my legs, calling me whores and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to talk about them like a dog. And I don't care who feelings it hurt. Okay? And that is the way it is, child. Okay, now let me see what else. Did anything else happen on there? I don't think nothing else happened on there. Besides that, you know. You know what I'm saying? Kid, I just got to be a good guy. Like I said, if you disrespect me, I'm going to go there with you. I'm going to go lower than you. But Kendra, no matter who it is on YouTube, all that he had to do, like when I put in there, he Big Reed didn't ask you for no help. He didn't ask you for no redirect. He could have said, bitch, I did the redirect because I wanted to. But he didn't have to come about towards saying, you old raggedy ass dry pussy hoe, you need some dick and I. No, he didn't have to do all that now. So when he did all that, I had to do all this and do all that. Okay? That's why I got so disrespectful. And I'm going to always do that. Okay? Don't get up there saying the fuck a disrespect. The disrespect started before I hit the link. It's too late to stop. Because I got my foot on the goddamn gas. Okay? Because I ain't no weak bitch. Honey. Let me drink some of my drink before I have a coughing spell. But he's a weakling. And see, like, now I used to make a lot of noise about him concerning the beef sector because I knew he wasn't shit. I tried to tell the beef sector he wasn't shit. And so now I'm letting him see just what kind of piece of shit he is. But anytime he crossed me, that's the only time I'm going to go at him. You know what I'm saying? Like he did this morning. Long as he shut the fuck up and let me type in the goddamn chat. But anytime he called down in that chat, reached out in that chat for me, I'm going to hit the goddamn link. And me and him going to town. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. And he already know that. He don't like me because I was telling people how he actually is. Because the Umar people, they were sending me links and shit. And I was doing lives and dropping the links so you could go see this what that maggot is. And see, that's why he don't like me. You know, and it's the fact. Look, Kendra, she know it. That's how she got the thing with him putting in the notes in the comments about him having the HIV. That was him. He had his cash app with that. You see what I'm saying? There wasn't no troll page. That was him. You know, it is what it is. He said he had HIV. Okay? And that ain't nothing to HIPAA shit. YouTube and HIPAA ain't got nothing to do with each other, baby. And that's a period point blank. That's like if you work in a doctor's office and shit, that you don't be getting out people information. But if you choose to go out there and say, y'all, I got HIV, and people start messing with you about it, ain't nothing can be said. Or I got cancer. If people start dragging you about having cancer, nope, that ain't no help because you told it. You know. You told it. You the one put your shit out there. Did nobody put it out there? How? Who would know? On YouTube, who would know you got something wrong with you unless you tell them? We have no clue what each other have unless we tell each other. And I ain't telling y'all shit. Not about my business. Not about my health. Because that ain't nothing but nobody on your business. But if I choose to, that's my damn business. But I know not to tell things like that and not to get too personal in my business on here because they're going to throw it right back in your face. The first time one of these people don't like you or you say something that they don't like, they're going to throw that shit up in your face. I've seen them do it 1,000 times on here. Or people fall out, then tell all each other business. I ain't cool with nobody like that on here. I don't tell nobody none of my business. I don't fuck with these people. When this computer when I turn this off at night, it's over. Until I turn it back on whenever. I'm not cool with nobody on here. Now, I'm cordial. But like as far as y'all knowing anything about my business with my family or anything like that, hell to the no. I done had people die and stuff in my family. Immediate family since I've been on here. I don't let nobody on here know about it till hell a year or two later. Because it ain't nobody business. And I wouldn't it's a far enough off from the pain of losing a loved one that can't nobody hurt me with it if they do bring it up. Because I've been let a year or two go by since the tragedy happened. And if you want to throw it up in my face, you can't do nothing. Hell, you have people that die too. That's all I can say. I ain't the only one lost a brother or sister or a mother. You got one too. If you ain't lost one, you going to. It is what it is. But and that's for anybody on here. Just you don't know these people. You live states away from each other. It ain't their business to know your business. And you ought to have somebody that you could talk to in your personal life without making thinking you got a friend on here that you could spill your guts to. Because how well to have that done you throughout the years in your regular life with people that you know. So why would you trust these people that you don't know? Forget that. We've all been hurt by people before that we thought was cool. I ain't that weak. Now let me see what else I run across the day chat. Well, Donald Goins, his ladies, they still into it, child. Now they make up today, they break up tonight, or they break up tonight and they make up today. And they still doing that. And so Fifi is over there releasing shit tonight. I don't know what she was releasing, but I seen some text messages up on her screen. It's a thumbnail. So I know there was a lot of text shit that was released over there. Whenever she go off a live, I'm gonna just when I get ready to go to sleep, I'm gonna glance at that and I'll tell you guys if it was some juicy shit in there or not. And Eve came back tonight. I went by her live, but she wasn't on the screen. Sherry Berry was up there and another person, a 4-4 something. I didn't know that person, but Eve wasn't up there. I don't know where Eve was at. But Sherry Berry, honey, she had been drinking a little bit, and I love Sherry Berry. And she was cussing her husband out so bad. Sherry, you need to quit doing that. Now, I know he get on your nerve because y'all been married for 100 damn years, but don't quit. Don't be doing that man like that. You be nice and you sit there and you drink your drink and enjoy YouTube and you let him sit over there in his chair and watch TV. Hell, you was up there just showing out. And I started to get up there and get you, but hell, Eve couldn't drop the link. Cause I was gonna get you off of that stage messing with your husband like that. After he done worked hard all damn day. You stop that, Sherry Berry. Now, just done got old and cantankerous. Okay, and wait a minute, try to see. Okay, now where was I at? Now, wait a minute. Okay, now I went by Fifi's yesterday after I left the live, and she was still upset with Book. Um, I think that Book. I don't think that y'all gonna be cool for a while. Um, Not the way she was talking to you, and she was telling she was saying that she had recordings of you, and you was crying over that girl. What's her name? Start with a C. Contagia, whatever that girl name is. She hadn't been over here very long. She come from over there on Clubhouse, but Book had was pursuing her because see she got a real big old booty. She got a cute shape. She not ugly in the face. And honey, I guess when Book seen that booty, when her shaking her booty and dancing, he flipped head over heels. And he was sending her money and all that kind of stuff, child. And then when somebody would be trying to say something against her, he was saying, "Hey, don't you be doing that now? Look, I like her. You don't be talking about her." He was doing that kind of bullshit. Well, their relationship did not work out, and he was really sad from what Fifi's saying. And Fifi says she got a recording of him, well, recordings of him crying and talking to her about how the girl hurt his heart and stuff. And I was saying, oh no. And she's threatening to release that. Let me see what else. Okay. Now I was at Bimps, and I love going to Bimps. He was live, and child, people was getting brought down off the stage, and people was into it. Uh, Fifi was into it with Book, and talking about how he was crying about that girl, and uh, and Gina and Book was into it, and let me see, and K Kira brought down. Trying to see who. Book got brought down by K Kira. Fifi got brought down. A guy named Johnny Drags. They bought him down for like $100. Um, and Royalty Rain and Book was into it, and she was into it with Mr. West too. Let's see. And a guy named Fearless, uh, Flame Fearless. Now I don't know this person, but evidently he's a character that has been on Mo3, but he is not very active. But yesterday his name came up. Duke Farrow brought his name up when him and Book was into it, because Duke Farrow and Book was into it. And when Duke said his name, the guy fell out the clouds and hit the link, and he started dragging Book. And he was up there and he drug for hours. And he got into it with my boo Duck, and oh, it was a mess. And I was just saying, you talking to Duck like that? Duck just do nothing. I was putting that kind of stuff in the chat. Okay. Okay. And then this girl named Katie got up there. And this is a lady that came on a couple of days ago on Broadway's. That's the first time I seen her. But evidently she's a person that have been over in the Mo3 sector, but she be in and out. And she was up there and she was telling Duke as the Duke, why come he was sending her his pictures of him nude and I don't want you and why did you start sending me that? I was never asking you for anything like that. And you really offended me because I thought we were cooler than that you wouldn't do that. And, she was talking to him like that. And then she was holding her phone up to show the people all the messages and what he said and she said. And then Duke was saying, you going to show one of my videos or you going to show my picture? And she was saying, no, I ain't going to show it. Bimp, I'm not going to show that shit on here. I know what I'm doing. And, she was scrolling back and forth on her phone. Well, she kept doing it. And it was a P-bomb because it showed Duke. And Duke said, see there, she just showed me. She just P-bombed you and this and that. And so Duke had to stop. Bimp had to stop his live, honey. And I waited for him to come back on, but he didn't come back on. And so after that, I went to Ducks. He was live. And so I went over there. And then Bimp wound up over there. And Bimp was saying it wasn't no big deal. He wasn't messed up about it, but he did not want to be P-bombed. But it didn't affect him, like his feelings or anything. He said he'll just have to be more vigilant, And if the person don't stop scrolling through their phone, he just probably drop them down, And you live and you learn. And if Bimp wasn't mad, hell, I wasn't mad, okay? Okay, and Duck and Book was into it. I'm gonna tell you who I was into it before they got dropped down. Okay. And that Katie girl, she told Duke to stop texting her and don't be sending her any more flicks of him doing things himself and pictures of his wee wee. She don't want that shit no more. And then the captain, he was up there on Books, and he got into it with Book. I mean, he was over there at Bimp's. He got into it with a Book. He got into it with Katie, and he got into it with that Flame Fearless. Yeah. Okay, and like I said, after that, no, before I went to no, I got to keep this in order. I went by. Wait a minute. I heard out in the street that Sir King some stuff had went on his panel, so I went through there to see what was going on, and Dimples was up there talking to him. Well, no, he was talking like to Dimples, like Dimples. You stop living in the closet. You need to come on out to your grandmother and blah blah this and blah blah that. And he said, and maybe she'll come after you. So he was insinuating that her grandmother is a lesbian. Now, Sir King, you was wrong for that. Now, and he's not gonna come after his grandmother. His grandmama old school. She might not be able to take that on her heart. And her husband, he's the bishop of the church. He might not be able to take that on his heart. And you knew your life better than anybody on YouTube, so I would just not even discuss that with anybody, you know. Um, and that's all I'm gonna say about that, okay? Well, uh when well, well, when Sir King said that about Dimple When he said that about Dimple's grandmother, James Caldwell fell out the sky and hit the panel. And he was saying, Sir King, I know you just didn't say that boy uh, grandmother was a lesbian. And Sir King said, well, she could be one. And James got his life, and then he got out the pound. He got out the pound jar. Okay. Then Lemon had hit Sir King Link. And evidently Lemon had talked to Sir King about the strike situation that he was going through and all of that. It kind of got off as a rocky start, but then they worked it out, And I'm glad because there could have been like an ugly scene, okay? It kind of got on a rocky start. I'm for real. Because I was like, oh, shit. This is the last thing he need. Okay? All right, now I'm at Ducks. And so I was over there. And not on my watch, and Gina was into it. And this shit right here was funny, y'all. Well, not on my watch have been saying that Gina had been waiting till like lives be over and stay backstage with DG doing stuff, sexual stuff. Gina keeps saying, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. I ain't did nothing like that. And so my watch told Duck, she said, I'm going to send it to you. Let me get a drink of my stuff. Now, my watch told Duck, I'm going to send it to you, Duck. I'm going to send you what I got. And so Gina saying, that's a lie. You ain't got nothing on me and all this and that. I ain't never did nothing like that. I don't carry myself like that. And hunting out on my watch, I sit there and everybody was holding their breath. Well, child, Duck say, I got it. And he was saying, Gina? And she was like, what? That ain't me. Whatever it is, that ain't me. He was saying, Gina, this is you. And you're undressed, Gina. And you got some big old titties. He said, you got some big old titties, Gina. And I fell out. Do y'all hear me? I passed out about 3 times because that woman was up there. She was so sure that Gina that she didn't have that, not on my watch. But see, Donna Goins had sent that to not on my watch. Just like not on my watch had sent Gina them tapes of DG. DG had sent not on my watch the video of Gina, child. Ain't that some crazy shit? Okay. And they brought Gina down. And Callie and Asia was up there. And they wasn't causing no kind of problem. They got brought down. Mink got brought down. Gavin got brought down. Then Mink got brought back up. But before she could hit the link and get back up, somebody brought her down. And then somebody brought Gavin back up, but Gavin never did come back. Okay? You see. Okay, now while YouTube cameras was live this morning, now Shakim was active in the chat because that was around the time when people was talking about him striking Jay Dunn. Well, he wound up being missing from the chat. And see, I noticed it because I speaks to everybody. And so when I'm going down speaking, see, I didn't see his name active anymore because he was active in the chat. And so I knew he was gone. And he was gone for like an hour and then he came back. Well, while he was gone, he went over to Brenda's and jumped on her link. And he was over there gloating about striking Lemon Channel. He was over there gloating about Jay Dunn getting struck and all this and all of that. Well, before he could make it back over to YouTube cameras, before he could make back to YouTube cameras, Ghetto Intellect hit the link. And he let it be known over at YouTube cameras what Shakim was over there doing on Brenda's. Gloating about striking Lemon, gloating about J Dunn getting struck, and bragging about he got a strike team and doing all this and doing all that. Well, while Ghetto Intellect was up there, then he popped back in the chat. See, that hour had been up. Now he didn't pop back in the chat like he ain't been nowhere. But see, like I said, I knew he had been gone because I be in the chat speaking. And then he jumped up on the panel. They was questioning him about stuff, and then he was talking about that he did strike J Dunn, that his attorney struck J Dunn, and all of this and all of that. Okay, and that's when he come up. How we wound up with Theos and all that. I was just giving y'all, the way the things happen and how it's bouncing around and getting, grabbing a little information over here and grabbing information over there. So what I'm dying to see, because on that Theo, J Dunn was supposed to go on stream. You have to see if she could log in and go live. So I don't know, but J Dunn didn't do it evidently on that live. So what I'm gonna have to do is wait till in the morning because J Dunn usually go live in the morning, and I'm gonna see if J Dunn go live in the morning. But honey, y'all, Shakim, you done effed up, baby. J Dunn is not the one to play with like that, and like you don't know her like to be second no J Dunn, and J Dunn hadn't been active, to terrorize nobody in a long time, honey. And man, you done messed up. Even though if you take that strike off, J Dunn gonna mess with you until she get tired. And she don't get tired, okay? She don't get tired. Everybody in the beat said to know that. Okay? And that's just a fact. Okay? Okay. See. And then like on some places that Shakim will go, he will say he know who struck J Dunn. Then other places he go, he don't know who struck J Dunn. And then other places he go, he say his lawyer struck J Dunn. So his story just constantly changed. And while they was over there at Theo's this evening, J Dunn told him, she said, You should have got an email from YouTube by now. She said, because I counted you on your strike, on the copyright, because I know that that's not your intellectual, that's not your art. And so I contacted YouTube, and you got 10 days to go down in the courthouse and say that that was your work, And she said, and the name that he had been striking her under, which is not his name, he had told her that was an attorney name. And so Jay Dunn has found that person on the internet, and she says she's going to be contacting that person to find out if they the one actually that did strike her, and if he didn't strike her, well, either way it go, she's going to make your life hell, okay? Because she says she's going to tell that person that you using their name, that if they struck her, and it's not the truth, and she know it's not the truth, she's going to make their life hell, and she also going to make Shaquille life hell. And she want to see how this person is, they really going to, how far we got to take this. Because Jada, this is right up her alley. And especially if she knows she going to win the case. Child, it's a mess. I tell you, that's a mess. And she said that Shaquem, like when he did that strike, when you do a copyright strike, that you're saying that this is your original work, that like J Dunn used your work. But J Dunn, no, that's her original work. It's not Shaquem. It's not that attorney and all that bullshit. And so then while she was over there on that panel with Shaquem and Lemonel, that email that he kept saying that he didn't get from YouTube. Well, it has like J Dunn phone number on there, email address, all this and all of that, okay? Well, Shaquem called that number that was on that email, and she said she knew it was him because he had Pizarro playing in the background. And he was lying like that wasn't him that called her. And he said, I don't have your number. She said, my number's on that email that YouTube sent you. That's how I did not give you my number. YouTube gave you my number when they sent you that goddamn email. Never. Yeah, I fell out. Do you hear me? Let's see what it is. Ooh, child. And then Dory. Oh my God. Dory, why is you in this? You ain't got no business about nothing in this. And you trying to act like a lawyer again, Dory. You not no goddamn lawyer. Stop. You ain't got nothing to do with Lemon and Shaquille, and you ain't got nothing to do with J Dunn and Shaquille. This is crazy. And you ain't no lawyer. You done did that already in the beef sector. The beef sector already know you're not a lawyer. Damn. And then, like I said, Lemon, somebody had sent him the timestamps of when Shaquille was saying that he was doing them false flags on Lemon, that he was trying to take Lemon channel. And like I said, me and him, I wouldn't have nothing to talk to Shaquille about. You done struck my page, nigga. I would send that shit to YouTube and let them do what they gonna do. Period. Point blank. This is as plain as I can say it. You don't owe him an explanation. He didn't give you no explanation when he was striking you, just like he didn't give J Don an explanation when he struck her this morning. But J Don gonna know what to do with it, see. And Lemon, you need to try to make up with J Don, and y'all team up and y'all work together to get this straightened out about this false flagging, because y'all two could work together and get his goddamn page took. And I can't get no plainer than that. Okay? Ooh, sure. Trying to. Wait a minute. I had lost my comment, so let me see. Hey, the real Mama Fifi. Hey, Miss Raw. You know, I wouldn't talk about to him about nothing. When he struck me, that would be it. Hey, Bird. Yeah, it wouldn't be nothing to talk about. Hey, Octavia. It wouldn't be nothing else to talk about. Hey, family of Six Rocks. I ain't seen you in a while. Hey, Southern Belle 74. Hey, Hussein. Simply Silver. Just making sure I speak to everybody before I get out of here, y'all. But, child, that's all I got. Maybe I have I had almost almost an hour and a half. That's good enough. No, I have to get out here and hit these streets again and find something to talk to you guys about tomorrow. Love Blake. You understand? Octavia. Octavia's J Don, he done struck J Don with a false flag. This is right up J Don alley, because J Don don't know how to let up, and she is not gonna let up. And I'm so glad he did that. I want to see what he gonna do. And I'm gonna keep my eye on this. I'm gonna keep my ear on this, and I'm gonna keep on dragging that nasty, dirty swamp donkey. You understand? If you guys don't mind, please like my video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 3,000 wow. I'm a long way away, child. But you always have to have hope. Okay? You got to have hope. Ooh, child. J Done finna work. She getting ready to work. She finna, like Muhammad Ali used to do. She finna rope it dope him. Ooh, child. J Done finna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Just like Muhammad Ali used to do, y'all. Ooh, child. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.